Hello and welcome back to a brand new Player 2 Plays. My name is Paul James and today we are continuing our Final Fantasy Friday mini-series courtesy of Bandai Namco Australia and Square Enix, who have provided me access to the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster collection. And so today, having done Final Fantasy last week, we are now moving on to Final Fantasy 2 to check out. No, I have not completed the game in full yet. I've been pretty caught up with another game that you would have seen in Player 2 Plays form in the last 24 hours, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But now with that done, it is time to dive headlong into all of the classic Final Fantasy titles that I love and adore. We're going default here with the characters. We're not going to mess around too much with anything. I'm going to play this for Player 2 Plays. I'm going to get back and play through Final Fantasy 1, the original. Maybe even go and get the Platinum, because I've heard, courtesy of my friend Max Cooper from the Pop Culturist, it is like a 5.5, 6 hour plat for a Final Fantasy. That is awesome, so I'm going to probably chase that down and then dive headlong into 2 and try and catch myself up until we're good for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Obviously, the games get gradually longer. Well, not even gradually, they kind of expand in length pretty rapidly. But, yeah, it's been awesome to have these classic Final Fantasies back in our hands. In a really convenient form, whether you're playing that on Switch, whether you're playing that on PlayStation. Obviously, it's been available on mobile. Yes, it's been available on Steam. But for us console people, and there are millions of us, not to mention the people responsible for making this franchise what it is, it was disappointing that it took so long for these games to finally migrate to PlayStation and to Nintendo. But they're here now, and we get to thoroughly enjoy those. So please, buckle in and enjoy about 20 minutes of Final Fantasy 2 with me. Hopefully I won't disgrace myself with the early death and then realizing, holy shit, I need 500 units of gil. Alright, so we've got a lot of the same like acceleration prompts, autoplay prompts that we saw from the last one, so we're about to get our asses kicked. Look at that damage they're doing. Crushed. Must not sit idly by, we must act. Bear with me, I'm uploading the Star Wars Jedi Survivor Player 2 Plays. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. Right, there we go. Maria! Hey, guy. Now, there was instantly more, and even just based on, if you recall from what we saw last week with the Player 2 Plays, it was really just kind of the different classes almost by name. Now we're starting to get, actual character names, and we started, like, Final Fantasy, the original one, saved the company. So, okay, sequel time. How can we build upon it? Let's build out these narratives. Let's build out the characters themselves. And things gradually built up to what we know really culminated with this block of probably 5 titles from Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 across the SNES through to the PS2 period there. Like early PS2 with Final Fantasy X. The franchise just continued to grow, and it was the character stories, it was the plot lines, it was the arcs of each individual character within the larger narrative that were always so fascinating. And we really started to see that growth beginning here with the second game. Lots of amazing things about Final Fantasy 4 as well, even. But like the pinnacle that a lot of people think of, 6, 7, 9. 10. Not so much 8. It's a bit. Yeah, there's some nostalgia goggles. I think a few people apply to that one. It's a perfectly good game. It's still a bad Final Fantasy game, typically, with the exception of maybe 13, is better than most games on the market. But 8's not. It's not all that. Sorry to anyone I've just offended, because I know there's a lot of diehard Final Fantasy 8 people. A lot of wrong diehard Final Fantasy 8 people, but yeah, you can't win them all, can you? All right. Password is Wild Rose. Yep, and then we've got all our, so we've got our auto battle. We can turn encounters off and on, etc. Good. It's considerably better than how how things played out for me when I had a death in the original Final Fantasy for these player 2 plays. Right. We've got a little village to explore. Currency-wise, we've got 400 units of gil. So let's pop over to the shop here and maybe gear up a little bit. The knife is an improvement for... Nope, I could have equipped from there, but anyway. Oh, oops. Let's go back to the bow, that's right, it's kind of a two-handed thing. We'll keep that for later. Alright, let's move on. And let's get out and explore the world a little bit, and hopefully, you know, not disgrace myself like I did last time. And again, as you can see visually, not a lot had necessarily evolved. There is certainly more detailing to... There's certainly a lot more detailing to the characters themselves. They've come a long way, but still, you know, severely held back or limited by the capabilities of the NES at the time. Oh, okay. As if you're missing all the time. Just hit a target. Christ. Now, I've got, you know, I can toggle the auto battle on, and I'm pretty happy to do so. What is going on? Just hit a target, please. You hacks. There we go. So we level up our right hand, left hand for pretty much everyone there. Got some goblins to deal with. Gatria. And so we've got a bed to rest in. 5 gil? Absolutely. Just replenish a little bit of that health that we've lost. And of course, you've got more stores, so you can buy more gear, items, and the like. It's a pretty standard sort of structure. And a thing that didn't really change too much with Final Fantasy until they brought in different class systems. And then it eventually kind of reverted back to the more, well, what we tend to look back upon the most fondly with characters, and that character is a black mage, or whatever the case happened to be. I instantly think Final Fantasy 9 and Vivi, but we can go Cloud, Barrett with his gun, whatever the case happens to be. Wow, just one, right? It's almost unfair. Feels wrong order, but I'm literally in a position where I would just be playing offensive anyway, so let's let the game do it and I don't have to navigate the menus. That won't obviously always be the case. Strategy certainly kicks in. Whoa! Holy hell. I should consider myself extremely lucky that those were-rats missed. Because... Why is everyone missing? Because I really should be kind of eating shit right now. Let's flee. Holy shit. This is exactly the scenario faced in the last game, but I've clearly progressed through the map far enough where... Oh, see, now Poison's kicking my ass. Let's get back to that little Gatria or whatever the town was. Man, this took a turn. Not ready to face those were-rats, that's for sure. Man. One. And I got no items. He's dead. No, he's not dead. Oh look, I mean, I could utilize what the game offers with the encounters off. There we go. Oh my god. Yeah, well, 7 Gilbert. Oh. Now we're still down. Yeah, guy's still dead. So, where did they... Oh my god. I've been poisoned. Okay, stop being... Brutal. I mean, do we count it as a curse? I don't think it was a curse. I'm pretty sure it was like poison. There's my antidote. Oh. Good God. And of course then we've got things like our... No, who's selling Phoenix Down here? Must be you. 500 gold for Phoenix Down again. So I'm in a similar position to what I was before, where I need to save a fortune. I'm going to have to replenish my health one more time. We'll head south once again, and we'll... Because they did say, okay, if someone falls, we've got a spot to heal. So it must have been within the town itself. It's been way too long and I don't actually remember. There we go, he's back. Welcome back, Guy. And, you know, it kind of shows, and it's a thing that we all kind of adopted really early on through, like, I guess through a lot of the traditional Final Fantasy games, you know, probably right up till the end of 10. It's when 12 came along and things started to change a little bit in terms of the gameplay. But, like, you would find yourself jumping into just repeated random encounter after random encounter after random encounter just to, you know, level grind. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of that now, honestly, which is kind of one of the less interesting parts of the experience, and the fact that I'm doing it within the first 20 minutes of this player 2 plays here. Oh, whoops, I've disabled encounters. Not going to get too much out of it that way. You know, it kind of says everything you need to know about the nature of kind of the... Why are we fleeing? What? And for some reason I thought I saw him poisoned. What is going on here? Oh, so the autoplay, I didn't realize this before. It actually just spams whatever your most recent move was, which is interesting. So it's going to repeatedly attack every single time. If you ask if your most recent thing is to use a potion and then you hit autoplay, it's going to just continue to throw potions at yourself. Interesting. The missing is insane. Absolutely insane. All right, so given that we're going to have to level grind a little bit here, we're going to wrap things up for this entry of Player 2 Players. That was a look at Final Fantasy II. A lot of similarities, of course, to the original Final Fantasy, but there was a lot of growth that came from this, and a lot of change that comes with Final Fantasy III, which you'll see next week. So, if you enjoyed this episode of Player 2 Plays, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell, that way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel, Ambushed. That includes Player 2 Plays, Patched, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff that can only be found on this YouTube channel, so please subscribe and go and check it out. And again, tune in next Friday for more Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster with Final Fantasy III. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series, Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary, where there's been some sensational developer guests on the show in recent weeks and months, with more to come, so please subscribe and go and check it out. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kick a few bucks. The lower tiers, early access to episodes. At the higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there's Twitter. You will find me at Paul James Games. The website you'll find at Player2au. And again, thank you very much to Bandai Namco Australia on behalf of Square Enix for providing a copy of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters for the purposes of review and this Player 2 Plays series that you're checking out right now and will hopefully be here for again next Friday. In the meantime, though, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Another walk in the park encounter there. Starting to just, the grinding is going, and it is going strong now. We're just not going to bite off any more than we can chew, and we'll just kind of stay close to Gatria here. They're running away now. Bastards. Anyway, that's where we'll wrap things up. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.